No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Rebels will kick it away to start us off.
Set to kick it off.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty.
Okay, ready?
They'll try the run. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic bean. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Looking for a man. It's Allen. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Power football with the run. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play balls at the 25. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
The offense changing the play. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Ready?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
691, Gator Spark. Terrier. Slab. Dino. Ready?
To throw, it's Allen. Unleashes to the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that many. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Lacey. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8.
First and 10.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
Easy. Let's. Ready, go.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. At the 35, he's got room. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Ready,
On
ready.
first and 10 from the 38.
Cobra.
Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away
Okay,
deep
ready?
down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get
Tuna.
yards.
Gonna look downfield again. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
On the set.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
Rolling. Longer. Hot.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
And the Rebels will try to move the chains on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Ready up.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Ready.
Second down coming up.
29 Philly.
He leaves it with his back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Okay.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Fires to the big fella. Got room at the 35. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Kansas State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Cats in a statement win, if there ever was one. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday as we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Flare.
Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Hound 55 weak. Ready.
Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Odom. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Acorn, hornet, squirrels, terrier, griffin, hawk, goat, ready,
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
okay,
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Read up, cricket.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway.
Ready,
So they'll go
set,
back to work after changing into the field.
arrow. Get set.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Wants to go up top. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down.
25, arrow. Ready.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Finding an escape route. And runs through another guy. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Allen. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Past the first down marker and still running. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
He'll bring it out. It's Lacey. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Okay,
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Set. Hut.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Slab.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
On
The
zone.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Ready up.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Down. Ready.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Gets it past the marker. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
On to attempt the
For
try.
the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 7 over Iowa State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half.
Cobra.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Let's go. Ready.
Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Odom. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Rebels will have it 1st and 10.
Cut. 29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. 6-9-1. Gator Spark. Ready.
Looking downfield on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Brings it down on the right side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to throw again. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Okay, ready?
It'll be third and long.
Set, ready, set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Give to the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier, and bring...
A shot for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Rebels!
Touchdown, Ole Miss. Number 7.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Get set, get set. Terrier, terrier.
Back to pass, it's Allen. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
41-yard line.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Let's. Cricket.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short.
Here we go.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Go.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Gain of 25 on the play.
Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Ohio State.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lacey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Take over. First and 10.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic.
Igloo! Igloo! Timber! Ready?
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Watkins.
The pass on first
They
down.
stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
With the score, Ohio State 35, Ole Miss 7.
And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half.
Advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lacey. I imagine he's going to get an ear.